What's up, y'all? You already know who it is. Target individual CJBK. I am home here in Canarsie. What is this? I think it's March. I can't even remember the date. I can't even remember the date. March 28th, 2023, 6:49 p.m. Um, since I've been home, um, they've started doing something different where this whole section of my brain, it feels like it got hollowed out, or it almost feels like there's nothing there. Like, I just feel like this weird pressure on the front part of my forehead here. And there's like this very strong electromagnetic force on the front part of my forehead. Now, I remember Amy Holland was telling me there are nerves that run across here. But even as I'm not touching my skin, I'm feeling my finger rub across something that's like, it feels like, well, if you can, like I explain in many of my videos, if you can feel frequencies, and then as I continue to rub over that vibrating feeling that's right over those nerves, the pressure, especially as I start to pull it this way, because now as I'm pulling it this way, I feel something else increasing in warmth in the center of my palm, but my finger also feels like it's being pulled back towards my head, almost as if like I'm holding a rope or I'm holding like a beam, and I'm pulling it to the side, and I feel the pressure that was in the center of my brain or in my midbrain. I'm feeling the pressure relieve. Now, as I'm pulling that beam to the side, the pressure is relieving, and then there's this like almost um like a salty, almost acidic um gas like taste in my mouth. Um but it's not necessarily in my mouth. It's like so when I blow out, it's like whatever gas or whatever is causing the pressure inside of the skull, it comes this way and it's coming out the mouth. It's not coming from down here. It's coming from up here. It's like a gas or like some type of like I don't know. What they're probably doing is using the frequencies to heat um my brain tissue, and then that's causing water or other types of or other liquids or whatever to split, and then it's releasing, like, I guess, carbon or a gas inside of the skull, and that's creating this like there's pressure buildup all right here. But it feels like there's something directed at my forehead though. Like, no, the only problem is I just don't have the equipment to be able to visually show you. I can only feel it. And then if you were in front of me and I told you, here, you see how my hand is? And I would tell someone, put your hand in between my head and my hand and just move your hand back and forth. Just about every single time someone did it, they said, wait, I felt like something just touched my finger. And I'm like, exactly. That is a frequency. I keep trying to like see if I can connect. I've only met like just a small handful or just like a few people who know exactly what this is and have been able to kind of explain it in more detail. And I'm glad I met Amy Holland because she basically helped break down a lot of this too when I did my quantum frequency resonance scan. And they're basically destroying my cognitive functions, my memory, um, my ability to critically think. And you know what? I keep telling people all you have to do is locate where the source of all digital cell towers. If it's a digital cell tower, if you don't know how to find a digital cell tower, download the app Architecture of Radio. It's like $3, one time only payment of $3. Open that app and you'll be amazed by how many digital cell towers there are. And the digital cell towers are the ones that are specified as unknown carrier. Why? Because they're not owned by a company like AT&T or T-Mobile. And also, they're saying they show as unknown carrier because they're not physical cell towers. They don't have a physical location. Yeah. So while they're working on my brain, I need everybody to realize that I'm going to keep pushing, but all I know is that I try I um I try to let my girl know that they're going to keep coming after my brain because if they're not going to kill me, then what they're going to do is basically try to dumb me down by giving me um constant brain damage using these sensors that's all around. And I mean, it's like everything from all the way back here to like right down here. It's like there's a magnetic heat lamp that's just like beaming right on all on this part of my brain. Oh, and I'm trying everything that I can, um, but I'm not really worried or anything because when you know what you know, you expect them to do everything in their power to protect what it is that they hold dear to themselves, you know. And of course, like cowards, they're going to make sure they do it in ways that they would never be able to take a hit back. Well, here's the way that you hit them back. You don't stay quiet and you expose everything. You expose everything that you can, but you do not incriminate yourself. Expose everything that you can, but do not incriminate yourself. If you need to protest, make sure you have physical evidence of anything that you're trying to prove in case someone try to, deny you. Some of you, if you could set up a projector somewhere showing, a lot of the whistleblowers who are exposing this secret, occult program that's hidden within the government, do that. Um, it feels like it almost feels like someone put it's like my brain is being stepped on, or like someone is just like pressing down on my brain. It just feels like someone's literally pressing down on my brain. But anyway, so oh, okay, that's providing some relief. I haven't taken my sea salt and baking soda bath in a while. I've been too distracted. I'm about to do that now because the way my body feels and the way my head feels, because they've been increasing their tactics because, well, uh, they yeah they were losing. They were losing against me, so they had to find other ways to increase their tactics, but they were losing. So, yeah. All right, yeah. For now, that's all I got. They were my mother. She was trying to do her annual recertification for her apartment, and they were interfering with the housing servers so that her documents wouldn't upload properly or anything like that. So, but then after I started saying it out loud, like verbally saying out loud, I was just telling her like, "Mom, don't stress it. We're just gonna reset it because they're basically, attacking NYCHA's servers. So that they don't that your documents won't upload properly." Anyway, they got a watch party. Well, no, there's a watch party every day. If you haven't seen Luther, the Fallen Sun yet, watch that because that movie is basically, or it's almost like rubbing it in the face of like T.I.'s, where they're showing like it looked like a gang stalking fusion center where people were basically hacking into other people's electronics in their homes, stealing their facial recognition information, their voices, finding out what type of fetishes or what type of dirty secrets somebody may have, and they were like typing it up, keeping records and files of it. And then what they would do is they'll take that secret that they found out about that person or that embarrassing thing, and they will contact that person if they need be and tell them, okay, um, you're going to do this, and if you don't, we're going to let the world know about this. And that's that was just one way on one of the scenes on how the antagonist of the film was blackmailing a ton of people to do his biddings. And that's basically what this gang stalking stuff is. Everybody was being blackmailed to the point where, you know, you know, well, nobody's going to do the right thing because everybody's afraid of actually being exposed for the person that they really are. That's what it really boils down to. So nobody is willing to accept their past. So, and what they're doing is for TIs, they're basically going to take everything that you would find embarrassing or whatever, and they would share it amongst their augmented society, so that other people would start to they would have some ammunition on what to use and say to make you feel uncomfortable whenever you're either in the privacy of your own home or whenever you're in public. But yeah. I'm gonna go and try to see if I can. Well, first I'm gonna have me a smoothie. I'm hot. Secondly, it's 7:03. I'm gonna run that bath. I need to do something about my head. This the pressure buildup all right here, and it's because if I could find out exactly where that beam is coming from, because the angle, the angle of the beam feels like it's coming from. This is my window right here. There's a school across over there, right? There's a school over there, and there's a smart sensor street lamp there, but there may be another one somewhere nearby. But the angle of the beam that's basically going into my forehead, See, it's like when I go straight up, I feel a lot of pressure release, but then as I turn a little bit to the right, I feel it slowly come down just a little bit more. Turn to the right, and then my hand starts to go even more further north. It's like, and then all right here, it feels like something is pushing down against my hand. Like something is pushing down against my hand. Yeah, like right here. Now, let's see what my architectural radio app will show. So you can see that there's a lot of those unknown carrier cell towers. Those are all either the ones that you've seen that said AT&T or T-Mobile. Those are physical cell towers that I've actually confirmed, where I actually tracked the AT&T and T-Mobile cell towers, and I've actually found a physical location of a tower. But all of those other ones, the unknown carrier cell towers, I've tracked a couple of those, and I cannot find a physical cell tower for those. So when you think about how they would basically have a fully running augmented society, that means they would have to have a lot of, transmitters planted all around that can basically read and, scan just about everything within an area. And then if you notice through the app how, like with each, cell tower, if you notice there was like there's this blooming dome. Yeah, so that's probably the radius that tower, those digital cell towers can work in. So, um, I'm trying to keep this pressure down, but it feels like someone put a whoopee cushion in between the front part of my brain and in my skull, and then they started blowing it up with air. Anyway, all right, I keep checking in with you every so often. Just know that I'm doing all right. New York City is basically, one of the devil's favorite places to be. So you already know I'm in the belly of the beast, basically. So yeah, when it comes to this gang stalking, occult, secret society stuff, I guess you gotta be a part of the 144,000 to be able to, do what I'm doing or do what, other, brave people are doing. Because I mean, You gotta be moving with a faith of God to really stand up against a secret society, because they control everything. So the audacity for us to still want to stand up against them, knowing that the odds are stacked against us. Well, we gotta treat it like the Nuremberg trials. We gotta expose everything. Expose everything. So whatever evidence that you have, make sure you expose it right in line and right at the same time as the targeted justice case continues on. They got a frequency on my throat too, so that's why my throat feel like I'm like straining. They got beams going all across my throat here. They got beams going all across here. They got beams coming all down through here. But it is what it is, though. You expect these things. Why? Because that's what low vibrational people got to do. So, and notice how many foot stomps there are as I'm speaking. That's how you know we're connected. Because the timing is uncanny, especially based on certain statements that I make. And then all of a sudden a stomp will come right after I finish a statement. Yeah, we're connected. Anyway, one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Peace.